Okay, so I shouldn't be telling you this, like legally, morally, essentially. This is a bad idea, but you clicked on a video from your dark side, so we are both making questionable mistakes today. Here's the thing about humanity. We are not the heroes, we are the villains who thinks they are the hero. We are Thanos if he collected Funko Pops instead of Infinity Stones, and I can prove it. There's a museum, you've never heard of it, and after this video, you wish you hadn't. Picture this, it's 2:47 a.m. You are me, government contractor, level 4 clearance. I'm filing incident report in a basement that smells like broken dreams, and that's when I saw a folder marked "Do not digitize." Red flag number 1 is handwritten in 2024. Red flag number 2 is sticky. I'm not asking question. I open it. Inside is an address, just an address in rural Virginia, and a note that says, "Remind them what they are." Now, normal people would close the folder, go home, binge Stranger Things, but I got that special human trait, the one that made us conquer the planet and also invent reality TV. Curiosity that will absolutely get us killed, so I go. The building looks like every generic government facility ever. Beige, soulless, that architectural equivalent of a participation trophy, but the windows are blacked out and there's no sign, just a door with a keypad. I tried my clearance code. It worked. Of course it works. I walk in and immediately get hit with a museum smell. You know, old wood. But there's no receptionist, no gift shop selling "I Survive Humanity" t-shirt. Just hallway, long one, with exhibits. And listen, I've seen some dark stuff. Classified briefing, redacted document that would make your therapist quit, but this was curated. You know, that psychological test where people electrocute strangers because a guy in a lab coat told them to. Yeah, well, turns out we've run that experiment approximately 847 times since 1961. Different countries, different contexts, same result. 65% of us will torture someone if an authority figure says it's cool. Not Nazis, not monsters, just Kevin from accounting, Linda from HR, even your dentist. The exhibit had audio recordings, real ones. People laughing nervously while they thought they were killing someone. One guy literally said, "This is so messed up, dog. Anyways, should I go to 450 votes?" That's us. That's humanity. And real quick, if you are enjoying this descent into existential horror, subscribe, hit the bell, because I've got 40 more stories about how you are collectively terrible and you need them in your life. My back catalog is basically a CVS receipt of human atrocities. You are gonna want to binge this at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep anyways. Okay, back to the Nightmare Museum. 38 people watched Kitty Genovese get murdered in 1984. 38, and they did nothing, didn't call the cops, didn't help, just watched. But here's the kicker, and this is where the museum get creative. They had a live feed section, modern examples, scrolling real time, people filming accident instead of helping, crowd watching someone drown for TikTok content. That one guy who got beat up in the subway while 70 people recorded it vertically. That's the real crime. People recorded it vertically. The exhibit had a counter. This since last bystander incident. It was at 0. It's always at 0. This is where it gets weird. See, we remember the Holocaust, Hiroshima, 9/11, the big ones, the ones with movies and memorial days. But this exhibit, this was the clearance sale of atrocities, the stuff we collectively decided wasn't worth remembering. The Congo, King Leopold II killed 10 million people for rubber. That's not even a cool villain motivation. That's a Home Depot run that went sideways. And all of us, we just moved on, had brunch, posted selfies, complained about traffic. The exhibit had a quote at the end that I'll never forget. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. So, I'm walking into this museum of horror, right? And I'm thinking, who made this? Why? Then I get to the last room. It's empty, just mirrors, wall-to-wall mirrors, and a placard that says, you know what happens. You scroll past it. You know about the factory farming, slave labor in supply chains, child cobalt miners for your iPhone, the homeless guy you walked past this morning. You know, you just don't care enough to inconvenience yourself. I stood here looking at myself, and here's the messed up part. I laughed, not like the haha laugh, like a glitch, like my brain blue screen and rebooted in crisis mode. Because they were right, we all know, but knowing doesn't change anything. Because to change would require sacrifice, and we are really bad at that. There was one more thing, a guest book. At the exit, I flipped through it, dates going back to decades, different handwriting, different language. Every entry said the same thing. I understand. Pages and pages, thousands of entries. At the very end, fresh ink, like from yesterday. I understand now. It doesn't matter. I closed the book, walked to my car, drove home, ordered DoorDash, watched Netflix, did nothing, just like everyone else who visited. Because here's the secret they don't tell you. The worst things humans have ever done isn't atrocities, it's perfecting the art of living with them. We are not monsters. Monsters don't have a choice. We are something worse. We are aware. Every time you scroll past something horrible, every time you say that sucks and move on, every time you choose comfort over conscience, you are both the exhibit and the visitor. We all are. The folder is still in my desk. The address is still there. Sometimes I think about going back, but I know I won't, because I already understand, and understanding changes nothing. Subscribe for more stories you wish you never heard. This has been your dark side, where the real monsters are just us on a Tuesday.